let's take a look at how social trends affect industries. Let's look at health consciousness. Now, health consciousness is a trend which is increasing rapidly across the world, including in India. The impact of health consciousness is felt on several industries. One, on edible product industries, eatable products. At one time, all that we looked for when we bought an eatable product was whether it was tasty. But today, we also worry whether it is healthy, right? So, the strategy of an edible products company must change. The strategy of an edible products company must change to take into account this change in customer sentiment. Then, let us look at the flip side of the coin. Let's look at health equipment industries. Now, as health consciousness grows, the number of gyms, for instance, the number of personal gymnasiums at various places have grown rapidly. They have grown enormously, not only in urban areas, but also in small towns and rural areas. The growth in these gyms has resulted in a huge growth in the health equipment industry. So, health consciousness affects some industries negatively. It affects other industries positively. Right? Let's now look at the technological environment. Technology is continuously changing, and as technology changes, different industries are affected in different ways. Some industries grow, some industries decline. There are ever so many instances of the impact of technology on industry and hence on strategy formulation within industry. The environmental space is again very interesting because we have some increasing concerns these days. One is the concern for air pollution. Because of this concern for air pollution, cars which have a low pollution are preferred. Cars with low pollution are preferred even if they are more expensive. Right? Now this is a very, very critical factor. Customer sentiment has changed. Customer sentiment has changed from looking purely at price of the car. Customer sentiment has changed to look at the pollution levels of the cars. Now, this must impact strategy of the company. Water pollution is an increasing concern. What is the impact of this on industry? Let's look at water purifiers. Now, you are aware of Hindustan Lever having come up with a water purifier which is actively sold across the country. Now, water purifiers, this is the first time that a company of that stature, of the stature of Hindustan Lever, is entering the water purifier market, because the market for water purifiers is growing rapidly. It's one of the very high growth markets in India today. Then let's look at the concern about noise pollution. This is again very interesting because who would have thought that the noise made by a generator, by a diesel generator, would be a criteria for purchasing the diesel generator. We were always aware that efficiency of the diesel generator was a criteria. We were aware that aesthetics was a marginal criteria, but now the noise level, the noise produced by the generator is a major concern. So that has to impact the strategy of the company, right? So environmental issues have a major role in strategy formulation. We end by looking at the legal issue. Well, transparency of government, transparency of operations, decrease in discretionary decisions, and increase in rule-based decisions, right? These are the order of the day. Here again, in a business environment which was remarkably lax for a long period of time, this is a very significant change that has taken place. This concern for transparency, this concern for equity, this concern for fairness, these must impact strategy. These must impact the strategy formulation within every company.